from the Ghana Statistical Service were in my house, the census enumerators, to take me through the process.
Oh, I see. Good for you.
When I was entering my house, the guy was waiting for me at the gate.
Oh, wonderful.
I said, yes, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
He said, when I saw him, I said,
I'm a tax collector.
Master, what are you doing here? Because I said, what are you doing here?
Okay.
He said, I am a census officer. He mentioned his full name. I said, let's go. We went through the process.
I'm still waiting for the online portal. They should do.
That's just by way of update.
I will do it remotely.
Okay. Anyway, let's get to our Drive Safe campaign brought to us by Joy News and the Multimedia Group and supported by Toyota Ghana Company Limited. Toyota superior quality. So avoid all distractions. Keep both eyes on the road and hands on the steering wheel. And that's how you ensure your safe arrival. And talking about Toyota, are you looking for a used Toyota vehicle to buy, or do you have a used Toyota car for sale? With Automark, Toyota Ghana Company Limited is your best location for such transactions. Automark is a certified pre-owned vehicle business unit of Toyota Ghana. So bring your used Toyota car originally bought from Toyota Ghana for cash or top up for a new one at a good price. Alternatively, you can also buy a certified used car from Toyota Ghana and have your peace of mind. Our objective is to ensure that potential used car customers receive transparency and convenience when they buy, sell, or trade in pre-owned vehicles. Remember, with the right partner, you're assured of security, professional evaluation, warranty, guaranteed year model, and mileage. Visit our website, toyotaghana.com, or call 0552-761616 or 0552-760924 for more details. Toyota Ghana Company Limited is proud to be associated with Joy FM.
Their old class 2 daughter off to school, hoping they would reunite later in the day. This, however, became a mere wish.
School. Nti all ban and traffic light enye juma. Nti onu we say nti o twem no na ka bi so afri overhead ni so sane. Nti e born no and a rush ni ko hospital. Ni ko hospital edu no na asay.
On that day, Naomi was so sick that she wasn't able to rush to the Kolebu Teaching Hospital to see her daughter.
Obe kache bi collapse here. It is Benitiana behind the half and I'm beside and I was you see. Zuman in the Benicia Bay.
When the first car hit her, a second one ran over her at the Graphic Road traffic light intersection. According to hospital records from the Kolebu Teaching Hospital, her pupils had dilated and was bleeding from the nose and mouth by the time they reached the hospital. She also had a deep cut on her forehead. Her dream of becoming a journalist ended right there.
When we start mentioning children in this society, children from this level of society and what their loss means to their families, then we probably will start sitting up. For example, if it's an only child. For example, if it is a child born out of so many years of trying to have a child, or a child.
It's been 4 years. Today, I am out on the Graphic Road here in Accra to meet a young woman who has been a victim of road traffic accident. She is called Naomi Ado. She lives around the Graphic Railway slum, 600 meters from the Graphic Road Highway. Tears build up in her eyes, and even before I engage her, she breaks down.
People they say me nambua, because they say me we are seeing now very. Why? Because many that's why me ban. See that your baby papa be and they are shaming. Nanti me sumi yire me go, I'm sumi ni course. See that she be obey at the papa be mama sumi ni na actually uncle see aga. Ona me ni ye me bibia. Me babet of friend auntie now, no friend me mother. The be auntie Naomi and no one on the friend. Me ni Gigi. Me na bibia. E ba ni sa na edi mami ankasa. Edi.
On that day, Naomi saw her 8-year-old class 2 daughter off to school, hoping they would reunite later in the day. This, however, became a mere wish.
Mbani kusu. Nti all bano. And traffic light in Ejuma. And you know where we say into all trim. That can be so every overhead so sunny. Nti a born and a rush in the hospital. And then the hospital you drew on. I say.
On that day, Naomi was so sick that she wasn't able to rush to the Kolebu Teaching Hospital to see her daughter.
I'm not catching every collapse here. It is Benitiana behind the half. And I'm beside and I was you see. Zoom in the Benicia Bay.
When the first car hit her, a second one ran over her at the Graphic Road traffic light intersection.
I like the plush part anyway, but the Finder is reporting this morning Anglican priest who kissed students relieved of his duties, and the church says as part of the interim quest to make sure that the right thing is done, their investigations, he should step aside.
Exactly.
I just pray that those elsewhere who are not in the church will equally know that when their work is being reviewed, it requires that they step aside. I have
So it
one in
means
mind.
that-
Yeah, I've one very popular one in mind.
Now, if you are
who is on leave and appearing everywhere, but
if you are
clearly,
okay, so if you are a minister and you're on
yeah,
leave
and you're appearing everywhere,
and the president is cutting sword for a project, don't show up there.
I like your specificity. Anyway, that's on the front page of the Finder. Street lighting is critical to reducing road accidents and crimes at night. That's the Road Safety Authority.
Hospital records from the Kolebu Teaching Hospital. Her pupils had dilated and was bleeding from the nose and mouth by the time they reached the hospital. She also had a deep cut on her forehead. Her dream of becoming a journalist ended right there.
When we start mentioning children in this society,
Yesterday, and it was inaugurated. Henry Nanabuachi is now the chair of the board. Now, the Ghanaian Times is reporting this morning, government rolls out Agenda 111 again, and there's a story you should be interested in. Now, Auditor General's report, bust overruns budget by 30 million due to unplanned activities in 2019. And Presby Church takes stand against LGBTQI+, vows to severe relations with churches, groups that allow gay practice, including those they say are operating locally. Good morning, Araba Kumsi.
Good morning, Araba Kumsi. Yes, you were saying something. I mean, we wanted to introduce you first.
Yes.
You were trying to get Raymond to say it right.
Yes, I was looking for that. Yes, say it right. So you can correct him.
Oh, he said it right. Along the line somehow, he got it right. So let's continue.
Now, Ghana's quest for world-class TVET have taken shape. This is Che Mensa, Dr. Che Asamoah Mensa. That's on the front page of the Ghanaian Times.
Okay, I have the daily graphic with me. The big one there, Agenda 111 Hospital Project takes off. Trede, community first beneficiary. And he has a picture of the president cutting the sword for the construction of the Echuma Kwawama District Hospital at Trede in the Ashanti region. Also on the front page, a special anti-armed robbery squad for Eastern Bono East regions. And kissing priest asked to step aside. That story is on page 16. Let me just read a bit of that for you. So the Anglican priest seen in a viral video allegedly kissing some female students of the St. Monica's College of Education in Mampong in the Ashanti region has been temporarily relieved of his duties as the chaplain of the college. Yesterday, Reverend Father Balthazar Obeng Labi was directed by management of the college to step aside to facilitate investigations into the matter by the Anglican Church of Ghana. So that's the update on the kissing priests.
Okay. Let's get to the Business and Financial Times. Huge gap between BOG's rate and lending rates, baffling senior advisor to the president, that's Yawa Safomafo. And $330 million Bonkra Inland Port Enclave lands under siege by encroachers. Nuclear power would accelerate after prospects, and government begins 2020 budget preparation, focuses on revitalizing and transforming the economy, targets total revenue and grants at 89.1 billion for 2022, and total expenditure is projected at some 128.3 billion, overall budget deficit projected at 7.9%.
Now, the Chronicle is reporting this morning that 20,000 jobs are for grabs at the Agenda 111 kickstarts, and KMA presiding member 13th Akufo-Addo, over 49 million debt, says that no matter what happens, they want that amount paid before a new chief executive is appointed. This is because they don't know what they will be doing if a new man is appointed, and yet they are huge that they have to clear, and that the assembly is really suffering. Over the years, they've not been able to do the things they want to do because of this debt, that they want government to step in and fix the problem as soon as possible. That's the biggest story on the front page of the Chronicle. The Proverbs 29:20 is linked to that story. It says, there's more hope for a fool than for someone who speaks without thinking. And now I'm unclear in my mind whether it is connected to the 20,000 jobs on Agenda 111 or the KMA member threat.
Looks like the KMA.
You say you can't threaten the president, right? We have not made assemblies very independent. We are still running some form of a centralized devolution. So their hands are still tied. Are we ever going to get back to the point where we elect the MMDCs again?
Well, the president has talked about building consensus. I have always been for partisan election, but I'm beginning to change my mind. I'm beginning to change my mind because I think it would be like we have seen with other, MPs and all of that.
Yeah.
You get in there, and if you are the whims and caprices of an executive president, he wants you to do this, and that's the end of it. So I think that independents should be able to contest as district chief executives, win, and when they win, that independence we talk about, all things being equal, we would have it. Because, look, this presiding officer, he speaks, and then government appoints 1/3. In an area that the government is very popular, has about more than half of the MPs, the next moment you realize in your elections or they start passing a vote of no confidence in you. There you go.
Yesterday, they discussed it on PM Express. They actually focused more on the delays in appointing new representatives for the areas involved, whether it's affecting local governance in any way on the ground. There was an interesting conversation, actually.
Yeah, because technically speaking, we don't have DCs or MCs in a lot of districts. Those were appointed by, March to June 2020.
Like Mohammed Ajay-Sowa of
Like Mohammed Ajay-Sowa.
Yes.
There must be a perfectly reasonable explanation why they're still in office. So let's wait and find out.
They shouldn't be in office. The tenure has ended. So they don't have any reason to be in
Perhaps
office.
they've been asked to stay on pending the,
Stay on. When you stay
the nomination of new MMDCs.
When you stay on, you are staying on to do what?
And not take any major decision.
There's
that's
like,
an indirect admission that
there's
really there's
like
a problem with your continuous.
There's nothing like, you can tell the original minister to act in you. But when they appoint you to act, as what?
Exactly. Well, okay. I have the Daily Statesman here with me, and it's the big story again. Agenda 111 takes off, work to be completed in 18 months. Also, Auditor General chases ex-ECG boss over 70 million cedi deal. And it has a picture of William Hatton-Mensah, the ex-ECG boss. And an interesting one here, teacher impregnates 3 students in one class. And that story is on page 3. It says a teacher at KEA, that's Commander Edina Iguafu municipality in the central region, has impregnated 3 girls in the same class. This was disclosed by a lecturer at the University of Cape Coast, Dr. Tewia Dabone. According to Dr. Dabone, the situation is threatening the future prospects of the young girls in the municipality. He added that a formal complaint had been lodged against the teacher for appropriate sanctions to be applied against him. 3 girls, same class, 1 teacher.
And he's still teaching?
And usually what happens is that they will be transferred. That's the sanction.
We'll come back to this. A new crusading guy starts with Agenda 111 underway. Hospitals to be built in 18 months. We're told that cost us in excess of $1.7 billion. And $1.7 billion would give you about 10.2 billion Ghana cedis. Our total capital expenditure for 2021 is 11.4 billion. So what it means is that part of it would get into the next year's budget. We would be looking at it because...
No, what it means is that we are actually going to spend all of our capital expenditure budget on this project. Yes.
No, if we were to do that this year.
Because we want to finish it next year. It's still a year that we are talking about.
Yes, no.
Forget the fact that last year we didn't do anything connected to it.
So I mean, as part of our program-based budget, what is going to happen is that in the next budget,
yes,
this may find itself into the next
So
budget.
we'll continue the project.
We'll continue
from
the
there
project.
and use the rest to actually
That
finish
is
it.
because if you look at page 252 of the 2021 budget, as part of the loans we're going to be contracting,
We are borrowing
is
for this.
Agenda 111. But how much are we borrowing? I do not see that. I haven't seen that yet. It should be somewhere in the budget. I do not know. But the question I ask is, even next year, because this year, for instance, I mean, the Ministry of Roads and Highways has some 2 billion. So we know that all of it is not going to be done this year. Next year, can we make, budgetary allocation billions for that particular project? Or we would get a bit into, so we are starting now, this is 4 months, 12 months, and so we want to get it into, 2023 maybe. Well, we'll see, because it's in 18 months. So the funding mechanism is one thing we should look out for. We're told that government will be, responding to some questions. They should tell us how we intend to fund this. Because when you allocate $100 million out of $1.7 billion, that's less than 10% of the total cost of the project.
I have a friend who's been sending me a message about Lagina Hospital and when it will be built. In fact, the friend says the mother wants to know when Lagina Hospital will be built. And I said, I didn't know. And it also came up because there was some work started on that, and along the line, apparently not so much work has been done. So hopefully we will get back on that particular
Hopefully,
project.
because, there's the Shama Hospital also.
Yeah.
And there's the Eastern Regional Hospital, and people keep sending you videos and asking the question, what's become of these facilities? Because the president went round, he cut short for the construction of these facilities. And so you ask the question, what's happening? What's happening?
The Constitution says, as far as practicable, we continue projects of previous governments and all of that.
Exactly. But you see, you made a point about even
So
our
the
local
practicable
government.
is being interpreted in their own way.
Yes, but you made you made a point about local government system, for instance. Could this have been sent to the district assemblies for them to then choose contractors and supervise its construction, rather than have the chief of staff lead a committee to implement this? If we really want to deepen decentralization in our country, Ghana, these are some of the things we need to do, apart from stopping centralized deductions from the district assembly's common funds. We can do a thing like this. Anyway, enough of my ranting. Who wears the anti-GNPC, anti-Ghana crown? GNPC or CSOs? This whole GNPC Aker Energy thing doesn't seem to go away, and that's Bright Simmons writing there.
All right, I have the daily guide with me. Of course, the Agenda 111 story is there as well. It says Agenda 111 takes off for health and jobs. Also, kissing Anglican priest fired. GNPC Auditor General clashed over report. And opposition is not for fighting. That's according to Speaker Babin. Let me read a bit of that. It's on page 3 of the Daily Guide. And it says, Speaker of Parliament Alban Sumana Kingsford Babin says, an opposition leader does not need to fight the one in power to portray his party as a credible alternative government. According to him, some people have the mindset that the noble art of opposition is to fight the ruling government for electoral advantage, saying an opposing leader does not oppose for opposition's sake. And he was speaking during an interaction with a delegation from Ethiopia in Parliament last week.
They call it the Queen's most loyal opposition. So you are loyal to the Queen, but you can still oppose in Parliament. So your opposition is still with loyalty to the Queen.
Okay. So let's get to the Ghanaian Observer. Final one. Agenda 111 is also here. Mahama attacks EC, and Auditor General's report, 70 million loot uncovered at MMDA's under NDC in 2016. And Holy Kiss Reverend Father booted out. That's how they, captures it. We'll come back and
There's
get into
nothing
the
holy about it.
well, yes, that's how the paper captures it. So we'll come back and get into the details about these. But I hope you're watching us live on Facebook and you're, commenting, you're sharing, and you're liking the page. Ramon will tell us what you're saying shortly. But online news review brought to us by Zenith Bank, in your best interest, Goyle Good Energy, and Enterprise Life. No matter how much you make for a living, Enterprise Life has life solutions carefully crafted for you. Enterprise Life, your advantage. And so Goyle higher grade fuels have been tried, tested, and proven and accepted over the years as most suitable for all engine types, including the latest vehicles with the most modern engines. In addition to these superior qualities, Goyle higher grade fuels are further fortified with the SP3 additive multifunction enhancer, making it more efficient, eco-friendly, and sold at no extra cost. Gold High Grade fuels come in Gold Super XP Run 95 and Diesel SP, sold in every Gold station and not just selected stations. So fill up with Gold High Grade fuels at Jibebia, Goil Good Energy, Goil, yeah, yeah, dear. And Zenith Bank, your customer-focused bank, has opened a new branch at Techi Plaza on the Spinters Road in a bid to serve you better. Enjoy an unrivaled banking experience at Zenith Bank's Techi Plaza branch on the Spinters Road. Our competent staff are on hand to ensure your visit is most rewarding. Visit us today for an awesome customer experience. Zenith Bank, in your best interest.
Now, Citizen Nanaya says, have the hospitals been built, or it is mere intention and announcement that the president is being praised for what they wanted to build last year? They couldn't build it last year. They are trying to build it this year. That's what they are doing, Nana. And Maxwell Edu says, good morning. Please tell the government to pay the NSS personnel. That's national service, right? Okay, yeah. So that's from Maxwell. And Director Baba says, what happened at St. Monica's is disgusting. The pastor's act is uncalled for. And, contrary to Samuel Adami's view, Joseph Boa says, Raymond, I like your shirt. It makes a lot of sense. I agree.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it looks nice.
The masses are very impressed with one of their own. Abdullah Yakub, Arba is looking at me. I like your clothing too.
You don't identify with the masses, please.
Abdullah says, you're looking so nice and cute. You mean Arba, right? Okay, certainly so. Those are the comments. A lot more of it on the, what they call it.
Yes, and my Joy Online says, Akufo-Addo has been complaining about delay in appointing MMDCs, according to Obiamwa. We'll talk more about this. Let's get to BBC News brought to us by Fidelity Bank, Believe With Us, and Sefi Brothers.
This is a bank, First Atlantic Bank, a shiny purple star to brighten up my day. First Atlantic Bank, professionally different services all day long. First Atlantic Bank, and it feels so cool.
First Atlantic Bank, refreshingly different.
I nearly gave up on driving out of frustration. What hadn't I done? Purging, replacing electrical parts, changing my fuel pump, and still the engine noise in my car won't stop. Then I met this guy who said I should try Goil Fuel. By the way, my name is Thomas. I did try Goil Super XP Run 95. Now my car is renewed. Yankonkwa!
Goil stocks only higher grade fuels, further enriched with XP3, multifunctional enhancer, more efficient, eco-friendly, and at no extra cost. Available at every Goil station. Ajibebia. Goil Super XP Run 95 and Diesel XP. Higher grade fuels, excellent for modern engines and all vehicles. Goil, good energy. Yeah, yeah, dear.
It's a goal! Just as you carry your favorite club, Kumasi Asante Kotoko, close to your heart, the club also brings ultimate care for you, your family, and your property through Fabu Assure. Fabu Assure, powered by Star Assurance, provides ultimate cover for your vehicle, either through comprehensive or third-party cover. Protection for your home against fire, natural disasters, or burglary under homeowners policy, and peace of mind with the travel policy. Support your champion team and also enjoy reliable insurance cover from Star Assurance through Fabu Assure. Check with your circles and sign up for a policy or call 0507 03 9891. Asante Kotoko, Kumapima, Apimbeba. Star Assurance, your solid partner.
The Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry, in partnership with GIZ, UNIDO, Ghana Enterprises Agency, formerly NBSSI,